All right, welcome to Dream Log 12, I believe, and this one's gonna be a little bit different. It sleeping with the brainwave altered states, but on astral projection, not lucid dream setting, and rain and thunder sounds. So it sounded like this, and I was trying to astral project last night. Got some tutorials. They said do it at night. Get you a candle, so you try to focus on the candle first, and look with your third eye, and all this stuff, and then go into try to astral project. I just fell asleep, so I would say the astral project is pretty much a fail, except there's small parts in the dream where I'm outside of my dream body. That happened normally. That's not an astral project to me. So that's a astral projection is a fail. Like I said, it wasn't on the lucid dream setting, but there were parts of the dream where I still were semi-lucid. I would say I was lucid at parts of the dream. So yeah, one dream I remember from like before I got woken up by a phone call was where we're some kind of expedition hunters or whatever. Anyway, we have a map and we're like, there's an airport here that's kind of undiscovered or not known about, not landed on. And so anyway, we're in our plane. We go to this location and you can see down even from the plane. The island is so small. It's basically just a landing strip, no airport attached to it. It might be a small control tower, but I don't see where the people would live at because it's just a landing strip, maybe a control tower, beach on one side, and then on the other side, it's beach, like one tree and a shack. So I don't even know how they made the shack with one tree. Maybe they cut down the other few trees to make the shack. But anyway, my group is basically like some white people and an Asian girl. Anyway, I'm with the white people on the beach, these white dudes, and they find a dead shark like washed up on the beach, and they wanna cook it and eat it. So they take it back, they like barbecue it up over this bonfire. It's like a big ass shark too, like a 7 foot shark or something like that, right? Make a long story short, they barbecue it up. The flesh of the shark looks pretty good, but I never taste it. When they cut it open, the internal organs of the shark is like it's in a sack the size of a basketball. So you can see how off proportion that is. You know what I mean? But anyway, they cutting into the organ sack. It's the size of a basketball, and it's the Asian girl doing this part, and it's the I don't know this in the dream, but it's the Asian girl from that survival show called Siberia. That's supposed to be reality, but everybody knows it's fucking fake and full of actors. But it's that Asian girl from that show. And she's cutting into it. She like tastes a little piece of liver. She was like, enjoying it. And apparently, like one of the white boys was hiding some of the organs he thought was good. Like he put like it was this rice container, and like he hid little pieces of organ inside the rice. But then the Asian girl found it, and she was like, "Hey, like,
hey, why are you holding out on us?"
And he was just kind of laughing about it and whatnot. Yeah. And long story short, I never tasted shark. I think I remember seeing the plane leave the island from like a sky view, but yeah, I kind of don't even know how that dream ends. Anyway, on to the main dream, the one I just woke up from. Um, but basically, in a hospital it's like a hospital with the escalators and shops, though. So it's like a hospital slash mall. And I don't know what we're doing in this hospital. I don't know who we're looking for. If I had to guess, I think we were looking for my dad or something like that, but we never find him. Somehow there's this cute, like, I don't know if she's white or if she's Asian, but it'd be a different Asian girl if she was Asian. But it was this cute white girl or something, and we kind of kept seeing each other in the hospital slash mall, and somehow link up, and then we get outside this mall hospital thing, and it's like we're driving around and we're trying to get back in to this mall hospital thing, but then it turns into us not being able to get into these gated communities with these super rich, super, fancy houses. And then like we can't get in because they got like all this crazy security and guards at the gates and all this stuff. And so we get to, after failing and driving around for maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes or something, we stop our car by one of these gates that we can't get in. I get out and I'm kind of just walking around doing something. Anyway, when she's alone in the car, one of the security men, like, he gets a message on his radio and then opens up the gate and like points to her and says like, you can come in. And she goes in, and then he like closes the gate. And I'm like, hey, no, I'm with her. Let me in. He's like, no, sir, you can't come in. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, yo? But we together. With the my body stays outside the gate, like I'm locked out. But this is that dream, semi-astral projection from a dream standpoint, because it's like I get to go with her even though I'm stuck outside and get like the camera view. I would call it like a camera view of a movie that I'm still seeing what's going on up close. So anyway, the lady comes down and she's like the boss of the security dude and whatnot. And these other like 3 girls walk out, like model type girls, all in bikinis. And then they go over by the pool. And this lady, I kind of can't remember her face at this point, but later she turns out to be J-Lo, right? Jennifer Lopez. But at this point, she's trying to convince the girl I was with, like, yeah, you can come live here. You can be with a whole part of this. Just talk to the girls. They love it here. And, so she kind of talks to the girls, and the girls are saying like, yeah, it's really awesome here, but it's something weird about them. Like one of them is super quiet and kind of just staring off. And, another one's just holding a food tray. And it's kind of like they weird robotish kind of, I don't know, but they normal people and they hella fine girls, like models. But she's basically like, nah, I just want to get out of here. Excuse me. She's like, nah, I just want to get out of here, and it's kind of hard for her to get free, but she finally like gets out, right? And it's kind of foggy at this point, but I'm kind of mad at J-Lo and shit and the people in there, because they was like holding her in and they never let me in at the first part. And now I'm back in my body after she comes out the gate. Then I go back into my body in a dream. So I'm kind of mad at J-Lo, and I'm barking at whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, yada yada. And so J-Lo sends one of her security guards after me, and he's like this crazy ninja rock guru, yo. So he just goes over to this field of a whole bunch of rocks and then just starts throwing like crazy rocks at me, yo. And that shit hella hurt. And I just start like running down the fucking street, yo. And then it's like this one big bush, and I duck behind it, lay on the ground like, fuck, who the fuck is this crazy rock fucking guru motherfucker? And yo, as soon as I think I'm safe, this motherfucker, he stays over in this field like 60 feet away or something, you know what I mean? And he's curving the fucking rocks and throwing 3 or 4 different rocks at the same time, curving around this big ass bush from different angles and fucking tagging me, bing, bing, cracking me in the head and shit. I'm like, fuck. So I'm just laying there on the ground, like holding my head. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? If I get up, try to run further, you're gonna hit me worse. If I stay here, he's still gonna keep curving these motherfucking rocks at me and then at that moment, it was like, wait, hold up. If he could throw rocks hella good, I could throw rocks hella good. And this is like one of the parts that's lucid, like the only part that's lucid. So I get up and I start fighting back. I start throwing rocks back at him, you know what I mean? Tagging him. Bing, bing. And then as I'm getting closer to him, I got to cross like the street. So it is no rocks that I could throw back at that point. But what he's throwing at me, I can just stop in the air like Neo stopping bullets and then send the rocks right back at him. Like I'm an earthbender or some shit. And he's like confused at this point. Like, how the fuck is he stopping the rocks in midair and making them come back at me? So he like kind of freaks out and runs off or whatever. And I get back up and I kind of don't know what happens to my girl that I was with at first. I guess she's in the car at this point. But anyways, J-Lo there and the three model girls. And then J-Lo's like apologetic at this point. She's like, yo, I'm sorry about that. We can talk this over. Like you can have anything you want. Just name what you want and you can have it. And I'm like, kind of look around, think for a second. I'm like, I want to rub those models' booty. You know, I want to rub their asses. And then she kind of looks at me funny and she's like, no, I can't let you do that, but you could rub my ass. And then so like, so like she has this dress on that like comes down past her knees or whatever. And like, and she turns around and like kind of sticks her butt out, like, go ahead. And then I go all the way down under her knees and under the dress and get under the dress and then start rubbing her butt. And, you know, then she starts walking away and I just keep on rubbing ass. She walks like 20 feet. I'm just keep on rubbing ass. She walks up like 20 stairs. I'm still rubbing ass. And then I finally stop right at the top of the stairs. Right. And she like, I don't know, she's kind of leading me up to the house more, and I'm walking past furniture that looks a little like weird and fancy. And you know, she's basically, we're chopping it up. I can't remember everything we're talking about, but we get to the bedroom and we're like laying in the bed and she's telling me like, do you think the furniture is weird? You know, because I bought it from Simon and Garfunkel, this house, and I never changed up, you know, anything after that really. And, you know, so we chopping it up for maybe, I don't know, shit, 20 minutes upstairs, whatever. And we get to the point in the bed where she's just like, okay, do you want to have kids with me? And I'm thinking, do I want a kid with J-Lo? Yeah, I do. So like, yeah. And then, so like, you know what I mean? We gonna throw down. She gets naked. We're still kind of talking and yada, yada. And her breath kind of stinks. I distinctly remember that. And then I think she knows it because she puts the like covers over her mouth when she starts to talk after I noticed that. And anyway, that's not gonna stop me, right? It's fucking J-Lo. So we getting down, right? And she's loving it. She's like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? But to me, it's like I'm not getting full penetration, and like it don't feel right. So like, you know, I'm not standing up all the way. My soul drain at full salute. So, you know, I take it out and she doing shit, trying to get it back right. And she's just like, let me model for you. She started walking around the bed, all this different shit. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to fucking remember how that shit finished, but it goes into a point where it skips ahead in time, I guess. And now she's like on a TV show, a BET interview kind of shit, and they got pictures of us in Vegas. They got pictures of us at different locations. You know, they talking about the baby we gonna have, all this shit like that. But then J-Lo stops looking like J-Lo in the interview. She looks like this other black lady that's like older, and like it didn't like trigger nothing in the dream. Like, wait, how the fuck did J-Lo turn it into this other person? But it just like, it was kind of like weirding me out, and I took control of the dream kind of and said, no, I want to go back to where we was in the bed, and I know it was J-Lo for sure. So I take it back, but then the bed, she's in the bed again, and it's J-Lo again. But then the bed is kind of in the kitchen somehow, right? And then we're watching this like America's Funniest Videos, ridiculousness, funny type show, and they're like, "This is how you don't cook popcorn, right? How not to cook popcorn." They're showing a video of this popcorn like just super being over microwaved, and then it start to burn, and then popcorn starts shooting out of the microwave, and there's this dog there that don't do shit. And I'm like, why is the dog not doing shit? I think he would smell the popcorn, try to eat the popcorn, bark at the microwave, do something, but he don't do shit. He just watch the popcorn come out of the microwave. I'm like, what the fuck? And then at the same time, because we in the kitchen, right? She's like, get our popcorn out the microwave. And I see that shit, it's like blowing up and getting too big and about to, burn and start spilling out again and shit, just like in the video we saw. And I'm like, damn, how long do you cook your popcorn? She's like, 6 minutes. I'm like, damn, you need to, cut that back a few minutes. You overdoing your shit. And I can see the bag and it's like too big, but I open the microwave and it's not. It's just like this container of fucking black popcorn kernels, and only like 3 or 4 popcorns that popped. So it's like way underdone. The kernels is black. And so I kind of take it over to her, and she's like, put it back in the microwave, So I take it back, put it back. I guess I start that shit. I start to look for a bathroom because there's this thickness in my mouth, like, and I gotta spit, and I don't want to spit in the kitchen right in front of her, and like, so I'm looking for this bathroom. I finally find a bathroom, and it's this super thick, nasty shit in my mouth, and like, it's so thick you can't even spit it out. It's like stuck on your tongue, it's stuck on your teeth. I gotta stick my fingers in my mouth and like, take it out. And then after doing that, I go to the sink. I'm trying to rinse it out with water. Water does not like do shit. This shit is too thick. So I see toothpaste, and then I'm looking for a toothbrush. And then like it's this thick, nasty shit in my mouth, like the nastiest pasta. It's like glue mixed with corn starch, or it's just fucking nastiness. And that shit was so nasty that woke me up. And that was the end of my dream. And there was a whole lot of other shit that I was dreaming about last night, but I can't remember, because I got woke up a couple times, didn't document it. But yeah, that's my crazy dream log, man. Yes, sir.